Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So this is going to be quite an important video, I think. I want to talk a little bit about the risks that we see here at the moment in the market, and that Bitcoin just can't seem to be pushing higher and higher anymore. I already updated channel members earlier today when we were a little bit higher that I was going to take some profit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BTC, ETH, generally off the coins that I bought throughout the last 3 months when we were having lower prices. Somewhere here, I bought some in November and so on. DCA is the way to go in a bear market, in my opinion. And I want to explain my strategy here a little bit and why I think the risk is increasing. I already announced that in the previous video. And we see a very odd structure here forming. Yeah, that is for me a sign that risk is increasing. Downside risk is increasing. Again, that could just be a wave 4 down. Yeah, a more healthy, substantial wave 4 here in yellow, and a wave 5 up eventually. Or we could be forming something different, maybe even a 1-2 setup. But we're getting here to a point where upside expectations are fully met. They are fully met. We don't need to push any higher anymore. It could be, as long as critical support is holding, but we have I don't particularly like the latest price action. So typically when I see something like that, which means choppy price action, we didn't get a healthy 4. Yeah, we had a very shallow wave 4, which is always a risk. It's a warning. Yeah, from experience I can tell you that. Now again, it's not confirmation that we are coming down. It's only a warning. When I see something like that, my action is typically that I take some profits. And that's a very wise decision, in my opinion, for everybody who started to accumulate in the bear market over the recent months. And bought positions here and there. So that's what I did. And not everything, of course not. Yeah, but of all the positions that I bought in the last 3 to 4 months, I took round about 25% of profits now, and that's quite nice. Yeah, because it's healthy profit. Okay, so let's explain what's going on here. I need to make a few changes to the micro count, and I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. I didn't want to change it before making this video so that you understand what's going on. So previously we talked about wave 3 might have ended here. This and ABC down, and I told you that wave 4 could have been complete because the A wave and the C wave have the same length basically, and that is typically the sort of minimum requirement for a wave 4. Now again, it's not a rule but a guideline, so that means it tells me that wave 4 might have been in already. I can also, and that works as well, put the wave 3 here. And this allows me to count this sideways move as an A, B, C. No, let me think. A, B, C, D, E. Which means that the wave 4 ended here. I might have to do that because of the strong decline we see now. Okay, so like this, but this is a triangle, and mentioned to you that in my first video today that the wave 4 might have ended here. I have to do that, and then we have a possible wave 5 in place already, which of course I don't know. Yeah, I would actually expect it to go still a bit higher here, but the problem is the way I had it before didn't work because I had a 1, 2, 3. This is too deep for a wave 4, yeah? So it can still be a 2, like the alternative that I had. And if you can't follow, sorry, but maybe just watch it again. I try to explain everything because I know there's a lot of people who want to understand the background. So this is what can happen. 5 waves up in wave 5, or alternatively, wave 5 is already in. And that's possible. If that is the case, that wave 5 is already in, just need to check if I moved the whole, yeah, sorry, I moved it all. If that's the case, that wave 5 is already in, then we can come down now quite strongly in possibly this yellow wave 4, and I'm going to give you a support area now. The thing is that if wave 4 was here and that wave 5 pushed higher, then the wave 3, then basically minimum expectations for this 5th wave are already in, okay? So that means we need to be ready for possible downside, which doesn't mean it will have to happen. Yeah, I would say primarily I still expect more upside in this green wave 5. And then we could be looking at this currently as a 1-2 setup. If you take a look at this, we hit the support area earlier today, price reversed, was a nice intraday trade for anybody who took it, yeah. Depending on where you took it, it was at least, you know, nothing major, but maybe 1.5% for an intraday trade, not too bad, but nothing great either. But it was a support area, a tradable support area. Now we've entered the next support area. Now, at the moment, it looks like we're coming down in 5 waves. Now that's not a problem because we could say here maybe a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 now, and a 5 down in this move. Basically that we have here an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Yeah? So that's the possibility, and the C wave could land in this area. What I want of this is that it's holding above the basically 23,080 level, ideally. Yeah. But of course we are here in a channel, so I would allow it to come down to 23k, but below that level I would have to assume that a more substantial top is in place and that possibly this wave 5 finished here. So to keep it very simple, in case you got totally confused, I assume currently we will still push higher, that this is a 1-2 setup. I mean, this is another tradable area. And however, risk is increasing because we didn't get the healthy wave 4 in green, which is always a warning. And basically just a running flat of some sort, yeah, a running wave 4. Basically just sideways consolidation. And as long as we're holding the 23k level, I assume we move up further in the orange count, which is basically the subwave count of the wave 5. And this could then complete a 3rd wave. But if we break below the channel, I will have to assume that the green wave 5 was already in. So hopefully that was clear. The point is here that if you do not get these healthy wave 4s, I have to accept that the market might not want to do it. Then it means that the market is getting exhausted because it does not have a chance to recover. It doesn't have a chance to bring those indicators down and so on. And that is a sign of exhaustion. My experience, yeah, tells me. Of course, could be wrong in this case. There's never 100% guarantee. And I'm currently focused still on higher as long as we hold in the channel and hold that support that I told you about. Now, what I'm watching for now is if we push higher, then it's all good. You know, then we could reach sort of 25k plus. If we break out of the channel to the downside, as I said, then I will have to assume that the wave 5 top was already in, and I will give you a support area for the yellow wave 4 based on the latest high. And I will put that onto the chart in yellow so that you know the difference. And support here would be basically 20.2k. So if we get this healthy 4 eventually, so if we come down now, yeah, I'm watching if this level is holding. If this level is not holding, there's a high chance we continue with a bear market. Okay, so that's sort of how I'm watching this now. That's also why I took some profits, because I think, you know, either we push a little bit higher here in a 3rd wave and will then come down in a 4th, or completely break down, or we go down straight away. And if we push higher, I might take some more profits, you know, and that all, you know, it's all the larger strategy, you know, dollar cost averaging in the bear market is so important. And also just having a core position, you know, of course I keep that, keep a lot of it, but I wanted to take some initial profits just because, risk is increasing. So I think it's sort of, time to shave some of that off. And that's the whole point of trading the larger waves. Ideally scaling in sort of in that region, and then trading the third wave is always great. Okay. Yeah, I think that's sort of what I can add at the moment. Not much more to add at the moment, but in the very short term, again, what is so critical is that we are now holding, in an ideal case, here this green support area. Yeah. Okay. I will bring it down now to 23k because we are in a channel, and I cannot rule out that it will come down to the channel support around 23k. That actually goes down to 22.9. So I will do that now. Not ideal normally, and ideally it shouldn't come down that much because, but because we are in a channel, it might listen more to the channel support lines. So yeah, hopefully that was clear. I understand it can be confusing. Actually, not much change. Actually, really nothing. All we did was to move the wave 4 here, and the support boxes haven't moved. I extended that just now to the downside. But other than that, nothing has changed, right? And but it's just the message that risk might be increasing, and the wave 5 top might be already in because it pushed above the wave 3 high, and therefore, sort of fulfilled basically minimum expectations to the upside. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.